Okay, here we're doing Lego Harry Potter Hogwarts Polyjuice Potion Mistake. So this is a scene from the second movie where they use the transforming potions to transform into Draco's gang.
Oh, I forget everything.
Yeah.
But I guess the part of the reason why we've chosen this is because part of the subjects will be, and probably the starting subject will be, the trailer for the video game, right?
Yeah. So the trailer for the Hogwarts Legacy came out this week.
Actually, I haven't figured out if it's a MMO or not. Have you figured that out?
No.
Ah. Oh, this is Lego 20 Annos. So this is a 20th anniversary kit, I guess.
Lego.
What year are we in? 2022? Is that when Harry Potter 2 came out, I guess? Because you said this was a Harry Potter 2 thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one where the girl died in the toilet, right?
Yes. Where that big snake monster was killing people.
Yeah, oh yeah, and it's Tom Riddle is really sneaky snake.
We're not killing, he was petrifying them.
Turns out he was Snake Plissken or something. Tom T. Riddle. What was his name? Was it Tom T. Riddle or?
Tom Riddles.
He didn't have an initial?
Was there like a middle name? I can't remember. But it was an anagram for I am Lord Voldemort.
Oh, wait.
Because he had
Was that his real name?
Yes,
Tim Riddle?
Tom Riddle.
That was his real name.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he just
Wait, where did he get the
anagrammed.
V from?
I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe that was his middle name that I'm forgetting right now. This-
So in the trailer, apparently you become a student there, but you're so awesome or something that they move you up to the 5th year.
Apparently you start out, I guess you're like a transfer student. Because you're starting out in the 5th year.
Oh, okay.
You are like another chosen one. You get to play the chosen one.
Okay, it just says it's an action role-play video game, so use the Unreal Engine. So I'm guessing it's not a massive multiplayer game. I guess it's an open world thing.
I don't think so. I probably make more sense to be like a single player because like you're like a chosen one in this one.
Well, in the trailer it says you make friends and they come help you, and it doesn't look like it looks like they're NPCs, not other people.
Yeah.
Are we starting with bag 1 then?
Yes. Yeah, like they skip you ahead to like the 5th year where I guess all the real action happens.
Yeah, like, I don't know, maybe you're allowed to go more places.
Well, so that's when the Harry Potters were going downhill though.
Oh, yeah.
The movies, I mean.
Oh, yeah, what would that be? The Phoenix Down one?
The 5th was, Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix, yes.
The movie may have been bad, but the book was pretty good actually.
Let's see, what do I think I saw that movie. No, oh, no, I did see that movie. Was that the first one with the new director? David Yates?
No, that was
Whatever his name was?
the Goblin Fire.
That was his first one, yeah. Well, I think I mentioned another one, yeah, because there's like, they have like 3 different directors, and there's like 3 different styles of movies, and you get into this David Yates guy, and then it's all the same washed out, serious late 2000s look.
Yeah.
That all the movies have up till now.
Like very dull gray look.
Yeah. And because I think they keep using the same director all the time. I don't know about this movie, but the last 2 is also David Yates, the last 2 animal ones.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah. Keep wondering if he's related to like Peter Yates or something.
Don't eat those. The Legos.
Oh yeah, he is directing The Secrets of Dumbledore.
Oh, okay. Just pulling them out, chewing on the Legos.
Yeah.
So apparently it has like a crafting mechanic.
Oh, I guess everything has a crafting mechanic nowadays. Guessing this is number 1.
Well, at least I think it does.
Oh yeah, no, because they like show you, here's the secret room there that anticipates your every need. Here you can do everything. I think they even said create your own spells, or like you can mix match spells.
Yeah, like, well, I hope that's real.
Well, I think
Like, not just you're following command prompts.
Yeah. Well, I think even like Elder Scrolls had like rudimentary things like that, where you can just sort of come up with
But
potions
it's
and
like
spells.
very bare bones.
Yeah, so I'm thinking you can at least have the bare bones thing in that. But that's the stuff I usually don't play around with because it's complicated and I don't care. I like just actually running around and looking at stuff. Which, yeah, you can do in this game. You can run around and look at stuff. It's a whole open world, it looks like, of the grounds of Hogwarts.
Like you can find areas that were in the book but not in the movie.
Oh, yeah. If you like the books, that'd be great. Yeah, those are like huge books, and it's back in the day before when movies were supposed to be under 3 hours, so they would cut stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they made it nowadays, if Harry Potter was coming out for the first time now, it would be a mini-series probably, like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you would have all that extra stuff in there.
And they say there's these puzzles that you need a cunning mind to solve. Which I'm gonna guess is just you follow a command prompt and it does it for you.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, they even had like puzzles in Uncharted where it would be just a thing where it's like match all the colors and the things.
Some like incredibly simple thing to do.
Yeah.
For kids, I guess.
Yeah. If kids are into this.
Probably. I mean, yeah.
Well, no, because I'm wondering like it's older now. Is it really just like people under 30s who are into it?
No, they're still kids.
Or is it still? Yeah, the other thing is like when we were kids, old stuff was bad, right? And new stuff is what they were advertising to us all the time. Now it's kind of different.
Yeah,
It's
the
all old
advertising,
stuff.
yeah. But yeah, no, but like we still like the old stuff. Like Star Wars was before our time, but we still like we grew up with it because the movies are still around.
Not by too much though, because I think it was 83 was the last one. And we saw it probably when the videos came out around 95, so that'd be like, 12 years? It's a long time for us, but that's still relatively new stuff then, I think. Because they had like TV shows and whatnot.
Yeah, it wasn't really oversaturated like it is right now. So.
But back then also like franchises didn't exist for that long yet.
Yeah.
So all these franchises sort of originated more around the 2000s, didn't they? Like Marvel and...
Yeah.
Well, Marvel, I guess. Star Wars is the other one that sort of originated way back in the day. And Bond was just around, owned by a family. Yeah, and they have like these weird like Goblin Rebellion thing that they're talking about.
Yeah, the story is like there's like dark wizards and a Goblin Rebellion.
Now, to be fair to this, we don't know what the story is, but it sort of feels like one of those things where it's like you can just go. It's an outside force that's agitating the good goblins, and then the story will like conclude after you kill all the bad goblins or the bad guy who is influencing them. Then all the good goblins are good again and you're all friends, and there was never a problem in the first place. Actually, you weren't mistreating them or anything. It was just all a bad misunderstanding.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's like have a fairy tale story. You used to have like a simple fairy tale story like that. So.
But yeah, that's kind of weird because I'm thinking like we have all these miniseries now, and the storylines are getting more sophisticated, and they don't do all the usual cliches anymore.
Yeah.
So I feel like we could have a little bit more. Like it feels like it's missing something now if it's just outside agitators or because like movies were 2 hours. That's why you could do that with those movies, right? But when you're dealing with 8 hours. You need a bit more characterization, I think, than just bad guy.
Well, the problem is they're doing it in a dumb way.
Well, of course, I'm saying I'm going to be fair enough to say I have no idea what they're going to do yet.
Well, I mean, like the stories nowadays, like they're more sophisticated, but in a very dumb way. Like it's more of a childish view of how things work in the world.
Well, I don't know, because that's at the same time like these. We just we get to skip most of the garbage of the past, so we don't really get to see what most people were actually watching back then.
But yeah, like you're right. Like most of the garbage from the past, like we have already forgotten. So this is probably like all the stuff that we're making today is all the garbage that the next generation's going to have to pick through to get the good stuff.
But actually, thinking about it, it wasn't too long ago, maybe around 2015, we were still in a golden age of like television, and it sort of took over movies. But now that seemed, maybe we're getting too much garbage now, like just too much other stuff, too much stuff, yeah. And now it's sort of,
yeah.
But we could still be in that golden age. It's just that you have to look for the good stuff, you know.
Oh yeah, there's still
and not like hang on to old stuff like I am with Star Trek, because it's just not going to be as good as it was. You have to look for the new stuff, probably.
Yeah, this is just like our generation's dark age of entertainment. Yeah. Oh, what?
I'm not paying attention to Kitty.
You have an opinion? Get her in the way.
Well, what's the next thing?
So this story is going to be set in like the late 1800s.
Oh, is that what they said? Okay.
Yes, of the movie or Harry Potter universe. So it's going to be like before Fantastic Beasts.
All right. So this Voldemort fellow, is he like the ultimate evil, or is he just some dude who tapped into something? Like what? Is he Sauron, or is he like just some dude who got lucky?
Yeah, he's more like just some guy who's like really evil.
Oh, okay.
And
so he wasn't
seeking power for power's sake.
So he's more like Hitler than the devil.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it's taking place in the 1800s, late 1800s.
Yeah, so yeah, the story is taken in the 1900s.
So like the whole world wasn't building up to the reveal of Voldemort, like
No.
So you can have things unrelated to Voldemort happening then in the 1800s.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Presumably, 'cause it could be they just wrote that. No, it's actually one evil wizard again.
Ah, yeah.
Just like the Fantastic Beasts.
Oh, yeah, because they brought... Oh, no, he's not Voldemort, he's someone else.
Well, he's basically Voldemort.
Another ultimate evil guy, anyway. Let's see, late 1800s, what's been going on? So we're like a whole generation before this First World War.
Yeah. I guess it was like cowboy times.
Be some cowboy times.
In America.
Canada would have been a country like in 67, so probably like a decade before this starts. Yeah, would the American Civil War be involved with it or something? That'd be the 1860s.
I think they're going to revolve it around like the wizarding world. So.
Yeah, but they sort of introduced like the Second World War and whatnot in what was that called? The Crimes of Grindelwald.
Yeah, and they have all the real world stuff involving in this fantasy story.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing to me. Like so I guess we are just involved with the rest of the world, the wizards.
But yeah, well, just like in the books, it's always been like the wizard world was separated from the human world.
Yeah.
And like somehow World War II is going to affect the wizard world.
Well, I guess also this was like made in 1997 just as like your usual like magical school book, so all this stuff is probably not really like the grand World War II stuff is probably not planned at all. She probably just more had a plan like, yeah, there's a great evil, and then as we go along Harry will interact with it.
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, that was probably all she really had planned out. I'm assuming. This is without me looking this up.
Well, it's said that she sort of planned out the whole story before writing.
You can only do that so much, though.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, like, and I believe there are like weird, famous mistakes, meaning like she put together Ron and Hermione together, even though her story may have evolved a little bit differently, but she had her plan she had to stick to.
Yeah.
Which made it kind of awkward.
And the combat, they say you can like mix and match your spells to make like spell combos. To like beat up the enemy before you kill them.
Yeah.
And and you can kill people in this game.
Oh.
Like outright kill. Like explode them.
Ah.
And they die.
So that's the new features, murder?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Do they have a code like in Batman where he doesn't kill people? Oh yeah, they don't do like blood spells or something that can like kill you. Like
they have like a killing spell,
but it's like forbidden to
but
use.
yeah,
or
it's
something.
like forbidden. Like they actually don't do very much actual killing in the wizarding world.
They killed that Snape guy pretty badly.
Oh, no, that was the evil wizard that did it.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the good guys don't generally kill? Yeah, that's right, because they always end up like capturing or something.
Yeah, they just take them to a prison where they get tortured for eternity.
For eternity,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, and there's more magical creatures in the game.
Yeah, they showed you a bunch of animals. Oh yeah, and like the different, the different classes teach you things like you can have plant minions or animal minions or...
Yeah. So I'm sure you can have pets in the game. But you also have like companions, like NPC companions.
So, yeah, I'm guessing they're probably not leaving the area, are they? So I wonder how it's going to be like an 1800s place. Because it's already set up like that in the movie anyway, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no cell phones, there's no television. So I'm just... So, like, how's it really going to... Well, maybe that's why they did that. It's like, it'll feel the same, so you can just say whatever. Because if they can't really say medieval times. Yeah, 1800s is probably the furthest back they could go without actually changing anything.
It's like, it does look pretty much medieval anyway.
Yeah.
Like in the movies, they have like all that medieval architecture and stuff. The Hogwarts has been around for 1,000 years.
Okay, and that takes place in 1990 something, the books. So and the movies, so that's well, the 990s then I guess it was established.
Yeah.
Or the 800s. Oh yeah, the 800s would be the first year, I think in Italy somewhere was the first year the first university was created as well, or established. So I wonder if they were working in concert. Okay, I got this sweet little bowl here.
So they're boasting about environments that change with the seasons.
Oh, so like real time or in the game?
Like in the game, I don't know what the
Because Pokemon
time
did
scale-
it real time actually, which
Yeah.
was kind of annoying.
I don't know what the time scale is going to be in the game. They just said it changes. Like there's seasons where it changes. Could be like for story beats. Like this story, like this mission happens in summer. This mission happens in winter.
Yeah.
So it changes to winter when you do the mission.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Like it is in Harry Potter, where
Oh, the seasons change depending on the plot.
like the plot is supposed to last for like a whole year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess sometimes only interesting things happen at certain times.
Just kind of not so great parts of the story is the pacing of it. Like there's no real sense of urgency since they have to like spread out the story through a whole year.
Oh, okay.
Lastly, it comes out on holiday of 2022.
All right. So don't hold your breath, I guess, either.
Yeah, so just wait for a holiday.
It'd be nice and and holiday, of course.
So I'm guessing what, Easter?
Yeah, because there's a whole lot of holidays, aren't there?
Or how about Arbor Day? I'm
Oh,
guessing.
maybe it is an Arbor Day release. Well, I guess if you've ran out of the Harry Potter stuff, you could probably take over here, and I can maybe
Yeah, that's
speak
all
a
I got
little
for that.
about Star Trek. Picard section. Picard update. Beep 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 beep. Because you put up the video already, right? Beep 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 beep.
We did, the review we did for the first 3 episodes of Picard I put up already.
So only one of us has decided to continue on. It's me, obviously, and so I've watched the 4th episode of it. We did the first 3. So when you pointed out to me about that one character being able to know how to use a 21st century gun seems extremely ridiculous, and they made no comment on it. Because basically I felt it was indication that they weren't thinking too deeply about the world or the characters they were in. And but they do have this one scene though that's interesting where Rios is now, we saw him get trapped by, well, they call him ICE all the time. He's in their detention facility. And he's looking at this little poster, and it's the Pledge of Allegiance. And he says, what, they still make you pledge allegiance here? And what I thought was interesting about that is they actually put a 24th century character into the 21st century world. and they sort of recontextualized something we've seen, sort of a phrase we've seen all the time. So Rios is confused by the fact that people are still pledging allegiance, because he's coming from a time where, I'm assuming this part anyway, where like pledging allegiance sounds like coercion, which is something the Federation is not really about. And so then you actually got to see like a conflict between a character from the 21st century reacting to something from the 21st century, compared to the first scene where we beat up that mugger and just disable that gun without comment. That it felt like those are like two scenes that illustrates how you don't interact with your world and you get a flat scene, and if you do interact with your world and you actually make a real comment on something. But that was like the only lore sort of bit. Like, well, the other thing too is like, and then like after he reads that, he's like what's this barbarism? Like, why are we caging people up like this? And then he goes and he mouths off to one of these ice guys who beats him up, because you can't mouth off to someone with a club. And it was interesting because this is like a 24th century person doing this, so he sort of was coming off like your upper class liberal person who thinks he can just sort of shout down a problem very easily. And so you got this so you got to see like how what a 4th century person looks like in the 21st century world. And that's what I'm saying is I'd like to see more of that. And they had another scene that illustrates another bad way to do this, is they finally did a Star Trek 4 reference. It's not the triple dumbass thing I'm looking for, but it's not the same actor, I don't think, but there's a guy on the bus in the 2024 dressed in a punk outfit listening to a boombox. And 7 of 9 and what was her name again? Chris? Raffi, yes. 7, 9 and Raffi are there. They don't knock him out though. They just sort of say, "Hey, turn it down," and he goes, "But I like this song," and he pouts, and that's the end of the joke, if that was a joke. So
I'm sure the writers thought it was a joke.
And it was so weird because it felt like, as you were watching it, like they had no ideas and it literally just petered out in real time. Where it's like, you could just rewrite this or cut it out if you had no idea what to do with it. Because it literally was like, "Hey, turn that down," and he's like, "Fine, it's just, I really like this song, okay?" And that's like literally the words, and that was it. And he pouts. And there's no punchline to it, and nothing happened. And so it's one of those things where it's just a reference. That's it. So I guess my real problem was they didn't play with it in any way. I would liked it if it may have been better if like it was something other than a punk with a stereo. If it was a new thing making noise, like someone talking loudly on their phone would be the good one.
Yeah, like somebody was put their phone on speaker.
Yeah, there you go.
Shouting into it, and everybody can hear the conversation.
That's how you do a reference to the past. You do a new scene, but in the 2024 context, not in the 1980 context, because you already did that in the 1980s.
Yeah.
Because like back then, there were punks. I'm assuming. I didn't live in 1984. Because in the 80s, you would have boomboxes because there were no headphones. And so people would be on the bus doing it loudly. And then if you're watching it in the movie theaters in the 1980s, you relate to these being angry like Spock is, that there's these loud people on the bus. And then he knocks them out. And then you've experienced something.
Yeah.
You relate it to the situation too. And here it's really just nothing. Like, I don't even know what they're showing us in that scene. Well, no, that was the point, remember
when this thing happened in the Better movie?
Yeah, yes, exactly, reminding you of better things.
Exactly what you're not supposed to do is reference a better movie in your crappy one.
Yeah, exactly. Although I think maybe that's the norm now, because like a lot of people maybe just gave up. And that's what they do now, just show you things you like from the past, because they've given up.
I can't think of anything new.
But I don't know, but we've always been complaining that there's nothing new as well.
Well, yeah, it's like what we said in the beginning, they're just sort of, this is like the garbage pile we have to sift through.
Yeah. It's just even more of it now, I guess.
Yeah. 'Cause-
well, it's even more now because it's not broadcast television where you'd have to catch it, right?
Yeah.
Here it's just all there.
It's like, do you remember when Enterprise used to be like the worst thing that Star Trek could have produced? Correct, with the worst thing that could have came out of the Star Trek, and now everybody hated the people in charge of Star Trek at the time for doing that.
But you know what? I think Enterprise suffers from the same fatal flaw, at least as Picard, not necessarily discovering that it's slow and boring.
Yeah.
And that's sort of the problem with both of those series.
That was a huge problem with like the first 2 seasons of Enterprise.
Yeah. Because, yeah, I don't know if it was because they switched their format from 5 acts to 4 acts, and now they're stretching out in between commercials.
Yeah.
Because now instead of like 7-minute acts, they're more like 10-minute acts. Because, like, I noticed, like, there's really no real difference between Abrams and this new stuff. But I like Abrams and I don't like this new stuff. The real difference is the fact that Abrams is 2 hours long or 3 hours long, while the new stuff is 8 hours long.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is. Like, I think I may have actually liked the first Picard if it only took 2 hours out of my life instead of 8.
Yeah, they just did a movie about it.
Yeah, and it could be, this is a crappy movie, but it has some fun action, I guess, or whatever. I can, like, the stuff I like, if there's anything I like out of it, it's more highlighted because you don't have to sift through as much. But yeah, that's my final verdict for this series. It's that it's stretched out too much. That's its fatal flaw. If they can't fix that, then they can't fix anything else about it.
Yeah.
Well, of course, the other thing is if they had characters, some people do like them, but if they had characters I liked and it did stuff I liked, I suppose, then it wouldn't matter if they're stretching it out. I'm still going to watch the next one anyway.
Yeah, I think it's what Deep Space Nine did so well. Like, everyone says like the first 2 or 3 seasons of DS9 weren't very good.
They're still pretty good, though.
But I liked it. I liked all the seasons, even.
No, I'm sure you do. I'm contradicting the other people.
Yeah.
Who
Well, no.
said that.
But I mean, like, there are some episodes in the first season that just
Yeah.
not very good. They're very boring.
But back when he had to fill in 26 hours.
Yeah. Until when they got into like that Dominion War, started doing the Dominion War storylines. Like, that's when it got much better.
Well, that's also when it was doing something no one else was doing, and
Yeah.
what everyone is doing now, which is the storylines are more connected.
It was like getting into like those moral quandaries and things. And, like, had some really clever stories.
Because I don't feel like there's too much of a moral quandary in this. Because, like, they're using that Borg Queen, they'll mention once in a while, but the Borg Queen will say, "But you're using me," and then they just continue to use her anyway. So,
Yeah.
and they don't seem to care. So.
There's really no resolution to that.
Well, but there's no moral quandary either, you know? They're not using that as conflict yet, at least. Actually, what it seems like it seems like perhaps, like, our doctor there is slowly getting assimilated by her or something. And she's probably going to be like, has to choose between becoming the new Borg Queen or not, or something like that. Oh yeah, so Rich Evans on RLM also mentioned that, I didn't connect this either, but he did mention that this takes place in the same year as that Star Trek Deep Space Nine episode. And then he connected some more stuff that seems like actually maybe we are going to be talking about the Bell Riots or whatever it was called.
No?
So we could be moving up. Hopefully, yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe that's how they get Avery Brooks in it, you know?
Wait, so you mean that the writers of Picard actually remembered something that happened in Star Trek before?
Or someone reminded them.
And they actually
There's more than one
listened to
person. Yeah. Well, they were probably working backwards. Who else can we get in here? Oh yeah, Guinan also shows up again.
them? Oh.
But she is a young woman now. So I guess they sort of, I guess that sort of makes it okay that she sort of switched her, because basically they used her ability to switch again. So I guess it's fine she switched the first time, even though it's kind of lame.
Switch to what?
Well, she switched to old Guinan in the first episode, and now she switched to young in.
I guess she can just decide what age to be.
Yeah, and also that they also got a new new actor as well, so that's how they got away with that too. So. Well, no, because that's what I want. I want a new actor. I don't. If you're going to have a young Guinan, I would prefer a new actor over over Robert De Niro
Yeah.
in young face.
Or get like a young actor and put the young face of Robert De Niro on it.
Yeah, get Whoopi Goldberg to put Robert De Niro's face on
exactly.
Whoopi Goldberg's old body. And don't change the voice either. Picard can become friends with her. Yeah, she seemed to not. I don't exactly know what's going on. She seems to completely forget their adventure. Because they did meet before, even before this. They met with the writer
Samuel Clemens.
Mark Twain. So she would have met Picard before. He was in that episode, right? He did go back in time?
Yeah, he was.
Or at the very least, she was aware that Starfleet was going back into the past.
No, she was like, actually, like that was her in the past. Like that was Guinan in the past. The past Guinan. Or what?
Yeah, it's past Guinan.
Yes.
But that's when they first meet, I guess. And then, but then she seems to forget in 2024 that they met in 1890.
Yeah.
Which I'm assuming 100 years is not very long for them. They should remember that.
Well, she could have like a bad memory or something.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe that too. Well, actually, like, forget what they said if they hand-waved that somehow. Okay, so after we're done this, we can recreate the Casino Royale scene here. Because you got the little porcelain sink there.
Yeah.
So you can bash Harry, or Harry can bash Ron's head into the thing, and then as he walks away with his wizard stick.
Like he pulls out a gun, but then Harry pulls out a gun faster and shoots him.
Yeah.
Then the intro just happens.
Yeah, whatever the Harry Potter. Does Harry Potter have a classic intro?
No, the James Bond intro happens.
James Bond does, but
Just with Harry Potter.
Yeah, okay,
James Bond
murdering
place,
someone. Yeah.
Shooting spades and hearts at people and making them explode into diamonds.
Yeah. Yes, in the opening sequence. But yeah, that's probably all I have to say about Picard. Do you have any notes about other things to talk about?
Yeah, the new Halo series began this week.
Oh, did they have a trailer?
Yeah, I'm sure, but I didn't see it. And I'm really not interested.
Oh, okay.
I hear it's really bad. Because the writers completely ignore the story of Halo and are just doing their own thing, just using Halo characters.
Yeah, well, I wonder why. Well, I wonder what kind of story you'd want in a first-person shooter anyway.
Well, it does have a story.
But how? Yeah.
It's got its own story. And plus it also has like books and other stuff around it that you could take from. Like you could just copy from. Now they decided to do their own story for some reason.
Yeah.
They're calling it like the Silver Universe, where it doesn't match any of the continuity of the games or books or anything.
Also, it can be like its own thing.
Yeah. But apparently what they have is bad. Oh yeah, Master Chief takes off his helmet.
Oh, like Mandalorian.
Yep.
And Boba Fett.
Yes.
And everyone. So what's the point of helmets anymore then? Oh, that's what they do every time if you have a helmet character. Yeah, all those three I just listed. If you have a long-term helmet character, they have to take the helmet off now, don't they?
Yep.
Well, I guess that's what happens when you keep using the same IP over and over again. You run out of story, so you have to do something new. But the other thing is, it's kind of hard to have a main character without their face, right? So that's sort of a problem with in the first place.
Not really. I mean, like, the helmet kind of becomes the face of the character.
Yeah, but like, it's probably a bad idea to have a main character who has a helmet on all the time in the first place anyway. Like, it works for video games, but...
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't know if it works for... Because, well, I don't know, because like they never hide their, like, good guys never put on helmets because you don't want to hide their face, because that's how you're relating to them. And that's how you know that they're the good guy, too. But, like, if you're, well, at least for me, if you're ever going to take that helmet off, then don't have it on in the first place. I'm not saying it can't happen, I'm saying it's really hard to do, and I think they figured that out, too, and that's why they started showing the faces, because it's hard to go anywhere.
I don't think it's such a bad idea to have like a character with a helmet. But like,
I don't necessarily
like I
think
said,
that it's just
like
You gotta commit to it, though.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's like the helmet becomes the face.
And I'm saying it's really hard, and if you're not willing to work really hard at it, then don't do it.
Well, of course, you know, like how Judge Dredd does it. Like in the
yeah, they committed to it.
Yeah.
So it worked. He never took his helmet off the entire movie. Also, it's only 2 hours, too. It's not a whole series as well. So how much Halo have you played, then?
Well, just the first game.
Did they come out on PC, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they're from a Microsoft company, so they come on PC.
Doesn't matter which. Are these the same bodies?
I think so.
So any head can go onto them, I guess.
Yep.
Oh, it looks like they're all more than one character. It looks like 2 different characters, not just expressions. So you got angry Harry Potter, but the other side you got some happy dude without glasses.
Oh.
So I guess that's a way to have more characters.
Maybe that's Harry Potter who fixed his myopia.
Is that in the movie? I don't remember.
No.
Oh, okay.
Even though does that seem like a thing they could do with magic, just like magically cure all diseases?
Oh, they seem to have more than one hairstyle for each character, or do they? Oh no, this is some weirdo, I guess.
Or at least have some like magic glasses.
Yeah, so the Harry Potter that came out in 2007, I think was Order of the Phoenix. I remember watching that one. That was right before the iPhone came out. And in that one, they have magical newspapers.
Yeah.
Where if you look at the newspapers, you can read it and it moves. And there's video on it.
Yeah, like
and you open it up.
Yeah, the pictures all move.
And then probably 2 months later, the iPhone comes out and completely makes magic obsolete. Like it just it seems like everything in the 2000s Harry Potter, I feel like it's all obsolete now, actually. Like all 2010s technology made 2000s Harry Potter all obsolete magic. Because actually what they're also using, there's one scene where you see a bunch of people moving a wand over paper, and I guess they're putting print on it. And we took care of that problem with the Gutenberg press 400 years ago, and these guys are still using magic to print to publish. So yes, I thought it was hilarious that modern technology has now far outstripped magic in the Harry Potter universe. Because it's amazing, we didn't even think of iPhones until iPhones came out. Like those little pads people read in Star Trek, they didn't work like iPhones. It was literally just a pad that only had one book on it.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. We never even imagined iPhones until it was released.
But it's like the wizarding world is separate from the human world, so they sort of developed independently of each other.
Yeah.
So that's probably why like humans
actually,
made
I think
technology.
And I think they touch on it on Crimes of Grimwald as well, where they're like, humans are becoming too powerful. Look at these atomic weapons they will have in the future.
Yeah.
So, actually, if they really lean into that, I would be interested in that movie, in that series. But I think it's more just...
Yeah, see, like that's...
Like, what is magic? You know, what is technology?
Like, that's not something we've seen in the Harry Potters before. It's like technology versus magic. That's something I want to see.
And it looks like we could win very easily. We just drop a bomb.
Yeah, like apparently they're afraid of a nuclear bomb.
And they're not allowed to use death spells, so...
Yeah. I guess we win.
And yeah, no, I guess that's what the whole Grimwald movie ending was about.
Maybe just use a stealth bomber and drop a nuke on the wizard world.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And then, yeah.
Because all their magic spells they have, we already have technology for that.
Yeah, it's kind of like the wizard world is sort of stuck in the past, whereas the humans were sort of evolving on their own.
Quite literally, because the next Harry Potter is in the past.
Yes.
They're not going to like evolve from where they... Because how did the first Harry Potter end? What was the state of the world after the first Harry Potter? Was everything just working in harmony? The goblins were happy, the house elves were pliant.
Yeah, everything goes back to status quo, I guess.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't really evolve, it goes back
Well, I don't know. I actually didn't read the last book, so
Or see the last movie.
I saw the last movie, but didn't really address anything. They did a
Oh yeah,
time.
yeah. Well, it's just their kids go to school and it's happily ever after.
Yeah, they just did a time skip.
I guess the threat was we have to stop Voldemort, and after he's gone, then everything's good.
Where everybody wears bad old makeup in the future, I guess.
Yeah.
And apparently Hogwarts is still going too. Even though it's probably like the most hazardous place in the world.
Yeah, so the first Harry Potter is like just a magical school thing, and that's probably why it works. But when you turn it into like a Lord of the Rings serious style thing, then some of the stuff from the first book is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like if you find out with The Hobbit as well, where it's kind of kid friendly, and then when it's serious Lord of the Rings, some of the things don't quite fit. Okay, how many people die a year there? 1 at least?
Probably like 5.
Yeah, 5. How many students are like 1,000?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, if someone said you can go to this school, but there's 1 in 1,000 chance you'll be killed, what are you gonna do then? And okay, not you, like your kid. If you have a choice between a school that's 1 in 10,000 and a school that's 1 in 1,000, like which school would you take your kid to?
Yeah, there's like a chance your kid will get eaten by one of the monsters the groundskeeper is keeping around.
Well, no, there's some parents whose child's soul is still stuck in a toilet she was murdered in.
Yeah. It's like, didn't somebody want to address that?
Yeah.
Like, there's a dead child's soul in the bathroom. Like, do you want to like tell the parents or something? Maybe the parents want to get her soul out of there,
Yeah, exactly. Like get an exorcist or something.
or like put her to rest at least.
But I
Not
guess
keep her like she's doomed to like live inside of a toilet for all eternity now.
ushering boys into the underground lair.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess she's like the gatekeeper now of
Yeah.
the evil secret lair of
Yeah. Tom Riddle.
yeah. It has like a dead
Tom
snake
K.
in it
Riddle.
now.
I am Voldemort. Okay, was it like a sentence that turned it like I am Tom K. Riddle or?
Yeah, like I think he had a middle name. I don't remember what it is now, but
Oh,
I
okay.
think that's what turns into the Voldemort part.
So is it like he found Voldemort, like, and so, oh, that's a cool name, but I got all these letters left over.
Yeah.
I am Voldemort. Ah, good, perfect.
No, you don't need your name to be like an anagram of your actual name.
Well, I'm just wondering how he decided his name. Did he like Voldemort and then he had to sort of awkwardly fit it in there? Or did he find Voldemort when he was playing around with all the different words? And well, I guess it's the same way J.K. Rowling came up with it, however she figured it out.
Why have your villain name be an anagram of your real name? Don't you think? Aren't you afraid people might figure that out?
Yeah, I don't know what identity theft is like in Hogwarts. Oh, it's like real life theft, really. Like someone could actually literally impersonate you there, couldn't they?
Yes.
In
'Cause they
Hogwarts.
have impersonation juice. They make
Oh, okay. So then you can like,
transmugger the polyform juice.
yeah. So like you, So what you can do is you turn into Dumbledore,
Yeah.
and then you go down to the club, and they're not going to bother to ID you because you're Dumbledore, right?
Exactly.
Like you're not. You're obviously over the age of 25. You know.
So this.
Oh, it's a secret lair.
Yeah. See this thing that opens up into the secret lair.
Okay.
So then there's a hole in here too. They can like drop your.
Oh, okay, so it's like 3. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, there's secret lair.
Ah.
Yeah.
Which one's that? That's Ron, is it?
Ron, I'm guessing. Yeah, with the mole.
Oh, they all got stubby legs because I guess they're all children right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they all got stubby legs. It doesn't move. This is just a. What is this? A ghost or a statue?
It looks like a statue.
Yeah, it just says 20 years on the back here.
Yeah, they don't have the ghost girl in this set.
Yeah. Oh, what's this? You're gonna have to remind me what this mask thing is.
Well, that's
Hermione.
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 She accidentally turned into a cat,
Oh, okay, so it's just part of the
Yeah.
A scene.
which is the excuse they went so she couldn't join the other 2 boys on their adventure.
Oh yeah, you don't want a girl going to the girls' bathroom.
No, this is the girls' bathroom.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, the only girl wasn't allowed to go into the girls' bathroom.
Yeah. Well, no,
Not even as like a chaperone for going into it or something.
Well, no, the mission didn't take place in the lab. Like, this is where it happened.
Oh, okay. Is that not the girls' bathroom?
No, that's where they drank the juice.
Oh, okay. But you got, oh, these mirrors sort of work, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a reflective surface.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see. Oh, my hair. Bad hair day. Oh, yeah. Maybe you can see the camera
I think that's...
in the mirror.
Yep, because, like, here's all the...
Well, and here's, I guess, the outside bit of the castle.
Yeah, here you got, like, the pot. They brewed the little pot. They brewed the potion in.
Oh, does this connect to another part of the,
Some face plates here. I don't know what that's for.
Do you think this connects to another part of Hogwarts?
Oh.
Because I think they also sell the Hogwarts in separate pieces, so you don't have to drop 500 all at once.
You know what? Maybe that's it.
They were doing it with Hogwarts. I think they did it with someone else. Oh, maybe it was just Hogwarts, actually.
And there's like a whole castle set.
Here we go. There are wizarding cards for you to collect. So it's just a way to make you buy more. Oh, here we go. The whole set. The whole Harry Potter set. So it looks like you can do a whole castle. Oh, but it looks like you can't buy them all individually. You only get the toilet, a wing of the thing, and then the other wing of the thing. So it doesn't go up incrementally. You can't just buy one bit. You have to buy the most expensive one, the second most expensive one, then the least one.
Yeah.
You can't just sort of work your way up. Well, it looks like they got a vault here for Voldemort.
Hey, do they have the lair?
They got some eyes here. The lair might be under here. Hey, yeah, let's see where the toilet goes. Looks like the toilet goes right in the center of this whole mess, actually.
Oh.
Right in the center.
Oh, yes. So, yeah, see, it's like a whole set that you can buy in pieces.
Yeah, it's a whole doll's house, really. Yeah, it looks like you drop down into the lair underneath. That must be all... Yeah, oh yeah, look, there's the big snake dude, too.
Oh, he's still alive.
So there's the lair, yeah. Alive and kicking. Or not kicking, I suppose.
Well, no, it can't.
Whipping.
It doesn't have feet.
Yeah. Yeah, they got the Star Wars Cantina. That's like one of their newer ones, too. I feel like they had one of these last year, too. They must just come out with a new Harry Potter castle every year for you to drop another 500 on.
Yeah, I think so. Well, yeah, it makes money.
Oh, yeah, so it looks like it all closes up, too. Or does it? Yeah. So you get one big... So, yeah, that's a lot of heavy plastic.
Still got some pieces left over here. These are all just extra.
Yeah, well, at the beginning, maybe a lot of them are for, like, the characters. Yeah, there's, like, a blender or something, or goblets.
Oh, yeah. That's what this...
And lots of pots and stuff. Oh, yeah, there's stuff for Harry Potter's statue.
Oh, okay, that's what this is for. Those are the steps that I skipped to get to the good stuff. So, in conclusion. Okay, so... Yeah.
So, in conclusion, we could probably actually... There's Hermione. There's Harry here in the toilet. And then Hermione goes, all right, you stay here. Make sure there's no trouble. And she goes off. And he stays here to make sure there's no trouble. And then... Kick! James Bond comes out of the... Or James Harry Potter comes out of the toilet and BAM! Here we go. He's smashing his head through the toilet. Oh.
Broke it.
Oh. Well, it's just his head was broken.
Okay.
But there we go. The toilet. Oh, actually, the toilets or the sink's pretty well fixed on there. So then, yeah. Oh, and there's Ron here. Oh, he's all just. Oh, I'm on the thing, on the floor. You can cut around this, I think. Ron is on the floor. He finds the wizarding thing as Harry walks away, and he gets up. And then Harry turns around as Ron is about to shoot him with the wizarding thing, and blood spell. Ron is dead, and And then the magical Harry Potter theme happens. Do, 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 as the blood comes down on the iris.
And everybody explodes into diamonds.
Into diamonds. So yeah, it's actually, it's a kind of neat thing, just having it has a little feature in it where you can drop people down it. There you go. And then you can put it into your larger Lego dollhouse.
Yeah.
I give this 5 Harrys out of 5 Harrys for price and what you get out of it. How much was it?
It was $25 Canadian.
About 30 afterwards. Yeah. Yes.
Well, I give this. If you have the others, then buy this one too. Out of 10.
It's the cheapest one.